Roblox is a website where anyone can create a game, including me, RussoPlays. That's right, I can make games. I can script, I can build, I'm just kidding, I can lie. I haven't done any of those things. But what I can do is use money to hire people to do those things. Ooh, very fancy of me. Now, I've done this over the years, and I've created a good amount of games. We're gonna go over some of them and check them out and play them and see if they still hold up to this day and maybe determine if we should make another game. I don't want to. We're gonna start with the newest game ever, and this is not a solo project. This is actually an RB Battles project, Claw Machine Simulator. Now, I didn't have as much of a hand as DJ and Sabrina in the production of this, and obviously I didn't develop anything, but, you know, I forked over some money and I had some ideas, and we're hopping right in, Claw Machine Simulator. Now, since this game is based on the RB Battles universe, you might see me from time to time, and I also voice act in the game as well. I am the tutorial introduction guy. Anyways, in this game, you have different claws attached to your backpack right here. Look at this. I have 3 different claws, and you can unlock different ones as you go, but I also have these really cute plushie pets. Look at my banana. Like, look at this Beckham banana right here. Super freaking cute. We got the little Shelby, but there's so much more. There are so many more pets to collect. There's a ring toy. There's strawberry malt. Look at all these cuties. Look at this muffin. Look at this shake. There's way more. There's all these different kinds of areas. Let's go on the hoverboard to make this a little bit faster. So we got our hoverboard, but check out the animations. The RB Battles team did so good. As you can see, watch the doors. Everything is just really, really well produced. Look at that. Check this out. Ready? Bing. It opens. Look at all these models. You see all these cute little things right here? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is probably the best or one of the best games that I've had a hand in helping with or being a part of. Again, DJ and Sabrina did a lot of the creative and production work, and then all the devs made the game. I was just kind of there, but you know, I'm a part of it, so I figured I would showcase this as the first game because it is probably the most recent. Now, I do have a lot of other games to cover, but this is just one of many. Here is me and DJ in the game. Look at that. Hi, it's me. And wait, listen. You can barely hear it, but that's the Friends We Made, the songs that I'm singing on. I sing in that song. It's in the car. Let me in it. Let me in. Let me in the car. Let me in. Anyways, this game has a bunch of cool stuff to offer, a bunch of cool stuff in the shop, including the Cappy Russo. Look at that. And for some reason, I'm the most common and DJ's the most rare. Yeah, you guys already know that's wrong, okay? I should be the most rare. That's like, what is this? What is this, bro? Anyways, very, very cute, very, very fun game. I highly recommend you check it out. But again, this is just one of many projects I've been associated on. But first, before I leave, I have to show you guys the boss battles. Check this out. If you've never played this game, the boss battles are insane. This is Todd, and look at this. We automatically start battling. Oh, I killed him right away. But if you're not very strong and you verse a boss, there's bombs that come down. You have to start destroying the bombs and fight the boss and all this stuff, and it gets insanely hectic, but not as hectic as this next game. Jetpack Jumpers? What? I don't even know what that means. Jetpack Jumpers is a game that I made with the gang Stockholm. Now, they had the idea to make it, and they said, listen, we want to team with you. We want to make a Russo simulator game. Let's do it. And I said, I'm down. I checked out the game. I liked the concept. I thought it was fun, and here we have it. Now, the game didn't really perform that well. It kind of did okay over time, but I'll show you guys the main concept of the game. It might seem really, really simple at first, but I can assure you it is pretty fun. And I do actually have a little anecdote that I don't know if I can really talk about, but you know what? I'll just do it. At the end of this video, stay tuned. I'm gonna share a big secret, okay? So stay tuned to the end. It's something about the gang and another game that I could have been a part of. Now, in this game, there's a bunch of different pets you can collect. The pets are pretty cool. They're like pretty unique shapes. I don't love the model type because they're not really cartoony, but they're definitely pretty cool. But there's all some pets right there. And then here we have the jetpacks. The jetpacks are something I'm really, really proud of. I think they're super cool. The designs are really nice. And there's a base version of each, and you can upgrade it. So you get like a base wooden one, and then you unlock like propellers, and then boom, you unlock some sort of torpedo at the top. You basically keep on unlocking more and more until you get the best jetpack. Right now, though, what you do is you hop in the game and you just jump off this cliff. And that's how you jetpack. But you have a limited amount of jumps, and you can use these jumps to your advantage to get farther and farther. As you can see on the right, I'm getting farther and farther, and you try to get as far as you can. So look, I got to keep using these jumps, and I made it through. Okay, I made it into space. Oh, and I hit a planet. That's not good. That's not good. I'm going off the map. Oh, I need to hit that block. I missed it, and I'm gonna fall. So you want to go as far as possible, and then you get your stats at the end. So there, I got 26,000 distance, 18,000 coins, and 156 gems. It's pretty cool, and that's essentially the gameplay. But again, it progresses as you unlock more things, as you get better jetpacks, and you get better pets. There's also trails, and these trails will give you statistics too, but they also look pretty sick. There's also leaderboards and like goals, but we're gonna just hop right off away. And this is under construction for forever now because the game stopped updating. It stopped updating just because the gang got busy, I got busy, and well, the game's not doing that well anymore. So that's just what kind of happens. I wanted to point this out too while I go over my old games. A lot of people are like, Russo, I don't want to play your new games because you're just gonna abandon them. Guys, every single game, not even Roblox games, every single game, after like a year, after like 6 months, they stop updating. That's just how games work. They don't update forever. These game devs, especially if the game starts doing worse, like these game devs have a life, they have to make money, same with me, and if a game is just not producing enough money or producing enough revenue in return from what we're spending on it, unfortunately, we can't invest into it. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. If everything was free and we didn't have to make any money on anything, I would make games and I'd update them forever, you know? But sometimes when a game has just reached its shelf life, there's a new game that has to come out. It's kind of like the sports games that come out, like FIFA or something, or Madden 25, Madden 26, Madden 27, Madden 22. Why do you think they come out every year and they don't just update the same Madden? Because they would lose a lot of money, and that's just not how business works, unfortunately. But yeah, that's basically why a lot of my games stopped updating. It's never because I hate the fans, or I don't want you guys to have fun, or I don't want to give back, or, you know, anything like that. It's literally all due to the devs not being able to work on it anymore, or them needing to go get real jobs or jobs that pay them well enough because the games just kind of die out and they don't pay them well enough. That's just what happens. In the beginning of these games, they get paid a lot, and then sometimes it just dies out. That's what happens. But what didn't die out that quickly is this next game I'm going to show you. Tapping Gods. Now, I actually just made a video about clicking games, and I showed you guys Tapping Gods. So if you didn't check out that video, or if you did, this is kind of like a little recap on this game. So I won't go too in depth into it, but this is actually my most successful game ever. Surprisingly. I mean, it made a lot of revenue for the devs and me, and we were able to keep updating the game for a good probably 6 months or so, which is a long time for simulators. You'd be surprised. But we ended up getting up to 4 different islands. The islands and jetpacks and upgrades and everything took a lot of time, guys. So we put as much work into this as we can. I know I have no pants right there. Just ignore that. That's not part of the game. Roblox broke it. But look at this. Every single pet we had was uniquely modeled, and they were unique pets to this game. They also, look, we had some anime pets. We had some random, like, little chibis, and look at this. We had, like, Among Us pets. We had all kinds of stuff, but I just tried really hard to be creative. Look at these. These are all unique pets to this game. They're not used in any other game. They're not from free asset packs like a lot of simulators do. We tried to make this as unique as possible, and we tried to make them not too expensive. I know that seems a little pricey, but that's because this pet is just too OP. But the shop looks pretty nice. It kind of holds up to this day, and the boosts and stuff, the currencies, like, this actually looks pretty good. I don't hate it. And there's the little codes thing. There's me right there. Oh, what a cutie. But I love the feature of jetpacks. Now, you could get a jetpack, you could upgrade it a bunch, and then it would become really powerful, and then you basically jetpack up, and you just are able... Oh, I died. Okay, well, you're not supposed to do that. But what you're supposed to do is jetpack up to the next area. And since I have infinite jetpack, I can basically just do this forever. But yeah, you're supposed to jump on these little clouds. Instead of making it like Bubblegum Sim where you jump up, I made it so you jump like diagonally, and you kind of have to do these little parkour tricks, which is cool. And then look at how many eggs are in each area. 3 eggs in this area, and a teleport back, a Robux egg, and a boss over there. Then you go to this next area, same thing. Every area had a bunch of new pets, a bunch of new things to do, and a new boss, and a new Robux egg. I tried really hard to make sure every area was like super filled with content, because whenever I play a simulator, I want to make sure that it has a lot of stuff. So that's what we did. But I don't know. Did you guys play this game? What do you guys think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? All these custom eggs, bro. We worked really hard on this, and I think it came out pretty good. Maybe we should make a sequel. I talked about that in the Clicker Sim vid. Let me know. But you know what there's not a sequel to is this next game that I'm a little embarrassed about. Yeah, I don't think I really need to say what the title of this game is, but I'm not sure why we made it. It's called Poop Scooping Simulator. Why did we make this? I don't know. That's right, guys. This game is called Poop Scooping Simulator. I don't know why we made this, but at the moment when we made this, okay, I'll tell you guys a little secret. When we made this, we had an idea. What if we make a game like Bloxburg, but call it Welcome to Poopburg, and maybe it goes viral because it's like such a meme or something. And people are like, look at this game about poop. Ha ha ha. I don't know what we were thinking. That's a stupid idea. It didn't go viral and it was just a stupid game about poop. But I will say it's kind of well made. So you basically have your little poop backpack right here. I also have a jetpack currently, not sure why, but I have my little scoopers and you go up to the poop and you scoop it, okay? And as you scoop it, it fills up your backpack. But look, you can actually see it disappearing in real time. Oh, poop fight time. Now you have poop to fling, and you can literally fight people with poop. Yeah, I don't know what this is stupid. What am I thinking? But there's also emotes. The snap. Ooh, the wacky jig. Okay. And there's also other colored poops. You're not thinking about the other colored poops, okay? This is where the game gets really unique. Oh, I'm not even good enough to scoop that poop. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Also, I have no pants again. Why do I have no pants? This guy, why are you running away from me, pantsless Russo? I love living in this town. I grew up right around Smellyville. Okay, we can tell with your no pants on, you freak. Anyways, we made like a prison in this game. I'm not really sure why, but you can like interact with the cops and like, it's a weird, and there I am again as a prisoner. The real crime is the smell in this town. We're going on to the next game. Anime Tycoon is one of the biggest games I've ever been a part of. I don't currently own the game. The dev I made it with actually wanted to take full ownership after a couple years of having the game just because, well, I wasn't really doing anything anymore, which I understand. Basically, it was my idea to make the game. I had a lot of the ideas with the concepts and the creative direction, but essentially we just took a lot of anime aspect ideas and I had a developer make it for me. And then after a couple years, he just wanted to take the whole thing. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. The game's not that big anymore. But at the beginning, this game got to 20,000 concurrent players. Like when we first released it, the first day, I think it had like 5,000. And I was like, dang, it kind of did bad. The next day we woke up, it had 21,000. It was crazy. Now, what you do in this game is you choose your anime character that you want to build a tycoon of, and you start building a tycoon. But it's much more than that because there are NPCs around the map that you can fight. Check this out. Boom! Yeah. So you have a level up system. If you have an anime character, you can even fly. And there's so much more to do. But we're going to start by grabbing one of these tycoons. Let's grab this Ken Kaneki tycoon right here. This Tokyo Ghoul one. So it's just like any tycoon where you basically begin working, you press the buttons, and droppers come out, start making you money, right? But what's so cool about this game is there's actually real combat, there's PvP, there's anime like animations and fighting abilities. Get off of me. Why does that guy want to fight me, bro? Like, get away. Anyways, you can basically click this yourself to drop some little blocks there, and you can constantly get more droppers and make more money. You just want to complete the tycoon and all that, but the coolest part is that you can unlock different anime characters, and we even added a collectible feature. So these collectibles are like pets, basically, and that was like my favorite feature of the game. They're so cute. They're literally anime characters, but look, as little plushies. So these collectibles will help you get gems, and look at these right there. There's a Ryuk one, there's a Luffy one, a little Eren Yeager, and the Saitama one, the legendary. So freaking cute. And there's even a dojo. In this dojo, this is where you can create different morphs and unlock powers. So when you get these morphs, you can get all their abilities. And there's also amulets that help you. There's a lot of different things in this game. Should we make a remake of this game? No joke. This game's kind of sick. Like, I actually think this was like pretty well made. But yeah, this was a game that just me and one developer made. He basically made the whole thing, but I had a lot of creative direction in it. And yeah, this is Anime Tycoon. Now, there are actually a few more games that I did have a hand in making, and I want to go over them, but some of them are just lost in the realm of Roblox. I don't even know how to find them. And there's also this game. If you played this game, you know how good it is. This was probably my favorite. That's why I saved it for last. Pet Fighter Simulator. It's an amazing game. I want to play this game so bad, but whenever I click on it, it literally breaks. I think something broke with this game's code and Roblox, and it doesn't even let me play, so not sure why that happens. But if you're still here, you know that I told you about a secret I was going to tell you at the end of the video, and here it is. Okay, so not sure if I can even disclose this, but I had a company reach out to me and they said, listen, Russo, we want to give you a game to release under your name. We'll give you 30% of the revenue, and it's already done. You just have to release it under your name. And I checked out the game and I said, I don't like it. I don't want to release it under my name. Well, it turned out to be one of the biggest games of all time on Roblox. Not just simulators, one of the biggest games of all time, and you guys might be able to guess what it is. It's this game, Strongman Simulator. To this day, it still has 3,000 players, and it has 1.5 billion visits. This game used to have 100,000 playing at one time, and I could have owned 30% of it. So if you're ever feeling down about yourself, if you're ever feeling like you made a mistake in life, just think, hey, Russo could have owned Strongman Sim, and you'll feel better about yourself. No offense to the gang. I love them. They gave me the opportunity. I just didn't take it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!